2.7 absolute value functions and graphs. Oh yeah! This unit is a lot like the last unit, except we will be focusing on absolute value functions. So first, when you're looking at this equation right here, this is your equation that would be a transformation equation from your parent function, which is the absolute value of x. Now, when you have this parent or this transformation function, the h and k are always going to be your vertex, the spot in your graph where the graph splits into two separate sides. And h is always the line that it crosses, where it's going to be reflecting. So this is going to be your parent function right here. When you're looking at your parent function, it's always important to realize that the vertex starts at 0, 0, and if you were to make a table, you would see these points. And on both on the right and left of the vertex is going to have a slope of 1 or -1. Now, it's important to know that because whenever you have a number in front being multiplied, that's going to change your slope of the absolute value graph. So let's get to it, huh? So this first question says, what is the graph of this equation right here and how does it differ? Well, just looking at the equation, this 4 is on the outside, so that means it's going to be moving up or down. Since it's minus, that means it's going to go down 4. Now I already graphed the parent function. So as you can see on the parent function, the vertex is at 0, 0, and then the slope goes up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Now if I go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's just changing the vertex. There's no number out in front right here, so the slope is still going to be up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And it's going to be the same on both sides. Remember, absolute value is a v. So this is what your graph would look like, and the explanation would be down 4. So which one of these graphs would have this equation? First, it's important to look at what is actually happening. How did the transformation happen? Well, this right here would move it up 3, and this right here, remember, on the inside of the equation it's opposite, so it would be left 2. So I'm looking for a vertex where it has the h at -2 and a positive 3. So if I look at my graphs, I start at the origin. Did I go left 2? Yes. And did I go up 3? No. So this one does not work. So I look at B. Did I go left 2? No. That one does not work because I'm looking for the vertex at -2, 3. So here I went left 2 and up 3, so it would be D would be my graph that matches this equation. Here it says what's the graph of this equation. First I'm going to draw the graph of my parent function. So remember, parent function has the slope of 1 and -1. So on the right hand side its ones would be up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And on the left hand side it's up 1 to the left 1, up 1 to the left 1. So this right here is my parent function. Now, whenever you have a vertical stretch or vertical compression, this number right here, that's your new slope. So now if I'm going to graph this, it's actually saying my slope is up 1, rise 1, run of 2. So up 1 over 2. And that's the same on the other side. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. So now you can see that this is a vertical compression. It basically means that it kind of got pushed down. So my blue equation would be the graph of that function. Here I'm given the graph and I want to figure out what the function is. So we're going to take this a step by a time. You should make sure to write this down in your notebook so you have a thinking process to go by. First question should be, what is the vertex? So right here's my vertex. That means I went left 1 and up 1, 2, 3, 4. So my vertex is at -1, 4. And then once you have that, you should say what's the slope. So you should start at the vertex, and it's always rise or run. So my rise, here's my next point I can check. My rise is down 1 and a run of 1, 2, 3. So my slope would be a -1/3. So now from that I want to plug my information in. So it'd be y is equal to the slope is my a, so that's going to become out right in front of my function. And the h is on the inside of the function, so it's going to be x. And remember, on the inside it's always opposite, so in this case it would be plus 1, and then my absolute value. And the 4 would be on the outside of the function. So this right here would be the equation of that graph. Again, make sure you have these first two steps down to help you when you have problems like this. Right now I want you to pause the video and write the equation for this graph by yourself. And you should have got the vertex as a positive 2 and negative 1. The slope is a rise of 1 and a run of 4. So that means the slope goes in front of my a. The h is always opposite, that's shown on the inside of the equation, and the k is on the outside of the equation with the negative 1. And this would be my final answer. Make sure you wrote down all the notes and have a wonderful evening.